Hey everyone, it's Skipper Mark, and today I'm going to show you the RAM mount system that we use on our 2023 WaveRunner VX Cruisers so that we can mount a GoPro camera and an iPhone to use for navigation. The 2023 Yamaha VX Cruisers come with pre-installed holes here to use the RAM mount system. The RAM mount system is kind of a standard system. So what you do is you start with these balls, and the size of the thread is 1/4 by 20, and I went with the 0.625 length. That's the longest length they make, but I wanted to have it, be able to go down into the hole pretty far and hold securely because the cameras and things are pretty heavy. So to mount the camera, I went with this 14-inch PVC pipe extension. On the bottom here, it has a C-mount ball attachment that mounts to the WaveRunner down there. And then up top, it has a B-ball, which the GoPro camera mounts to. So to mount it, you take the pipe extension and you put this ball mount over the ball. And I kind of angle it back a little bit just because it makes it easier to reach. So you kind of just do that. And then you take your GoPro camera and you just mount that up here like that. And you just kind of crank the knob until it's semi-tight. And that's really it. That's all there is to mount it. Don't worry if it wiggles around like this because the stabilization in the camera is insane and you won't even see it. Sometimes when I drive and I'm going fast, it's like wiggling like that. You don't even notice it in the videos. One thing I wanted to mention is that for the GoPros, when you're driving 45 or 55 miles an hour, sometimes the wind can make the recording sound funny. So I just picked up these things on Amazon. They're called the Windslayer HSU, and they're just a big foam block that covers all of the microphone ports. They still allow the sound to come through great, but they just get rid of that popping noise from the wind. Because the iPhone is so heavy, I wanted a really heavy-duty mount for it, so I went with this double socket C-ball sized mount. It's really heavy. It's made of aircraft-grade aluminum. It's like 9 ounces, half a pound. So to mount it, you just kind of give it a squeeze like this. It opens up, and it's actually pretty hard to squeeze, and you just put it on like that. I actually tilt it back a little bit so that I can reach the phone a little easier. I just make sure that my handlebars don't hit it. So for the phone mount, RAM makes a couple different ones. I went with the RAM Quick Clip phone mount because for me it's the best. I originally bought one that had these little straps that came over and I didn't like it. It was hard to hold the phone. This is just super easy and it's customizable. When you buy it, you can adjust these pieces in and out to fit your phone, and this is spring-loaded to, squeeze down and clamp your phone, and once it's set up, the phone doesn't go anywhere. So I bought this without any mount on the back, and then I bought separately the diamond C-ball mount so that I can actually use it in the phone stand here. So to put it in, you just make sure your the bracket here, the mount is opened enough, and you just kind of drop it in like that, and then you just crank the knob until it's in place. So for my phone, I use an iPhone 13 Pro Max. I take it with me, obviously, to have cell service if I need to make a call, but I also use Navionics software. That's a navigation program that I got from the Apple App Store, and I love it because a lot of the places we go are big, and it's easy to get turned around and not know where you are. So it's a safety thing because it keeps me out of shallow and dangerous areas, but it also lets me know where I am so I can easily navigate to somewhere or back from somewhere. I don't normally use a case on it, but I didn't want to put it in here without a case because I didn't want the cameras resting on the back of the plastic. So to install the phone, you just simply push the phone into the bottom like that. You pull this little piece up, kind of slide your phone back, and drop it down. And that phone is anchored like crazy. I have no concerns when I'm out there going 50 miles an hour, jumping over waves and stuff. And then what I do here, I just plug this cable in the bottom, like that, and now I've got power. What I do is I plug just a standard iPhone cable into the cigarette lighter, and then I actually just come out the front here like this. And there's a rubber seal that goes all around this lid, and the great thing is I just close it down on it. The cord kind of nestles into the little rubber, and it makes a perfect seal. I've never had any water get in here. And then when you're done and you take it out, the rubber just kind of comes back to the way it was before you put the cable pressure on it. So that's the system that I use. If you have any questions about it, please leave a message in the comments and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. I'm now going to show a short video about Navionics, which is the software I use to keep track of where I'm going so I don't get lost. I figure it's the perfect time, since I just showed how I mount my phone, to use that software. If you have any questions about that software, please let me know, or any questions in general. I'd be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day. A lot of people have asked what app I use to navigate with, and I use an app called Navionics. I believe it's by Garmin, and it's available on the Apple App Store, and I think it's on the Google Play Store as well. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about it because there's websites that cover how to use it, and YouTube tutorials, which are very good. But I'm going to quickly show you how it works. We like to boat up in New Hampshire on Lake Winnipesaukee, but it's a very big lake. It's over 20-something miles long and 8 or 9 miles wide, and it's very easy to get confused and get turned around as to where you are. There's hundreds of islands and they all kind of look the same after a while, so Navionics is perfect in that area. Plus, it's great at helping you avoid obstacles. I've created a quick route to show you how it works. I'm going to load it up here. So it's Route 3. It starts in Meredith, New Hampshire and goes to Bear Island. It says our route is going to be 6.7 miles, take 27 minutes, and use about a gallon of gas. It gets the time and fuel info from what I've put in. When you set it up, you put in info about your boat, how fast you go, how much gas you use, things like that, and it tries to find the best route for you. It's not 100% perfect, so you still need to use your judgment and make sure you're going in an area that your boat can handle. So I'm loading up the route, and when you first start it, it kind of gives you a preview of where you're starting and then where you're going, just so you can kind of see how it works. And this is what I love about it. If you look over here near Spindle Point, it's very shallow at the end of that peninsula coming out, but the app knows, hey, you got to go south of these. In real life, the buoys are red and white, not red and black, but it knows that you have to go south of those. And then when you're over here, there's a couple more buoys, and these ones are black buoys, black and white, and it charts all of that out for you, so you can most of the time just follow the magenta line and not have to worry. Though I always do look as I'm going around just to make sure that it's not routing me on the wrong side of a buoy or something. But that's Navionics, and if you have any questions about it, let me know and I'll try to answer them as best I can.